why my cat acts like this. Wait, 1 second. Oh, we made eye contact. How am I supposed to get anything done when she literally just wants to be on my lap 24/7? And she will just pet herself against anything. Okay, we're just going to have to ignore my cat. I know this is so distracting. This is what I have to deal with when I'm trying to work on my desk and be productive. But honestly, she is so cute. I can't complain. Even if I wanted to ignore her, she would just stay outside my bedroom door, literally like crying for me to let her in. So if you watch my videos, you will notice that she's always outside begging me to come in, and then this is all she wants to do. But today, for some reason, I've just been really wanting to pick up the camera and film some sort of like a cozy evening vlog. Okay, so my camera quite literally just fell on my desk, so and my cat got scared, so now she's on my bed. Oh, and she's cleaning herself. Let's give her some privacy. And since I've been watching a lot of people doing Vlogmas this year, I've just been wanting to start vlogging my life a little bit more. I feel like I yap so much during the day. I could be yapping with you guys. So my plan for this evening is to do my reading journal. And I've been wanting to read Set the Record Straight. And that audiobook I think is like 4 hours or 5 hours. I don't know. And I usually listen to audiobooks at like 1.5 speed. So that means that it would take me about 3 hours to finish this one. So I think the plan is going to be to just binge this book, update my reading journal because I have not updated this since October. Like I did my cover and my TBR, and then I think I did some reviews but not all of them, and since then I haven't even done my November, and it's literally the 3rd of December right now, so we need to get this done. So right now I'm gonna search for the pictures of the covers of the books that I read during October and November. Do you want to know like a fun fact about this Vlogmas? Is that during Black Friday, I bought myself some Summer Fridays lip balms, and I asked for this gift bag so that I could like give myself a gift at the end of Vlogmas. So now I have that bag right there taunting me to actually do my videos and post during Vlogmas because it's very stressful. So I just want to celebrate with myself and give myself a gift. I don't know. So let's actually start doing my reading journal right now. I'm also excited to read this one because I really like Out on a Limb by this author. But since it is a Christmas novella, I'm not expecting it to be like groundbreaking. Also, I don't really know much about this book. I'm going into it pretty blind. Let me actually see on Goodreads what this book is about. Okay, yeah, in my last video, my December TBR, I said that on Goodreads, the first sentence is a fake dating, childhood friends to lovers, bisexual awakening, holiday romance, and I literally didn't even read anything else. And you know what? I don't want to do that now either. I guess I'll tell you more about it when I actually finish the book. Now I'm actually gonna shut up and start listening to this and doing my reading journal. I just opened Goodreads and it reminded me that I'm 8 books behind on my reading goal, and I have basically 14 books left to read this month. I've never read 14 books in a month before, so like, am I gonna actually reach my reading goal? I don't know. Like, I might actually have to lower it down like a few days before, because I just hate how it looks in your profile when you don't complete your reading challenge. Like, I don't know. I hate the way they put it there. I actually didn't complete it in 2023, I think, and I hate seeing it there. So I might lower it. This is so weird, but this has actually happened before. I was reading some book and I remembered that it mentions the Hunger Games, and I was like, what the hell, that's so weird. It's the last book that I just finished. And now she just mentioned Frankenstein, and that's literally the last book I just finished. When those little coincidences happen, it's always so freaky. Like how did I pick the timing so perfectly to read both of these books? I really need to read more sapphic romance. I just love it. Sometimes it's good to just read a book that doesn't have a man in it. Okay, so I just took a break to have dinner, but now that I have every little cover cut out, I'm gonna start gluing it on my reading journal. I have a lot of pages that I do at the beginning of the year that I usually, every time that I finish a book, I have a lot to fill out, which I love. So now we're gonna fill out the first pages, and then I'm gonna do my monthly spreads with my book reviews. And also, if you want to know what I'm thinking about the book so far, I'm really enjoying it. I really like both our main characters. The fake dating is like starting right now, so it's pretty fun. I like the writing, I like their banter. I actually think it's like pretty funny. So now that I know a little bit more, I can tell you the premise of this book. So first we have Claire, and she's a photographer, and she's working in her dream gallery, and it's her first day, and she's talking to her boss, and basically her boss is like her idol. She really likes her and likes her work, and she wants to one day be just like her. And while she's talking to her boss, she basically tells her that her favorite exhibition that she ever did was a queer exhibition that she did like a lot of years ago that wasn't as mainstream because a lot of queer things are not mainstream. She tells her that, and the boss immediately assumes that she's also queer. And then a few hours later, they're having a meeting, and she decides to say that she's having dinner with her girlfriend. And her girlfriend is actually her childhood best friend, and they haven't seen each other in a few years, but they have always talked on the phone. And her best friend, oh, I don't remember her name. Okay, Evan. Fully don't remember her being called Evan. But Evan is a teacher, and she used to date another teacher there. But when that teacher proposed to her, she basically broke the engagement off because she wasn't ready to get married to her. And now she's dating another teacher. I've been saying teacher so many times, but there's gonna be like a Christmas party for the teachers that's gonna be hosted in those two teachers' home because they already live together, and she basically doesn't want to go alone, and she wants to have a plus one. So that's when the fake dating aspect comes in. So they're gonna be fake dating so that Clara's boss thinks she's actually queer, and so that Evan's ex thinks she has already moved on, I guess, and so that she doesn't go alone. That's basically the premise. I have 2 hours and a half left, so we're gonna keep listening because I'm definitely gonna finish this audiobook today, and we're finally gonna update our reading journal. So much tension building up. I really like this. Okay, so I have a little update on the book. I was really enjoying it, and I think literally one of the last things I said was, oh my god, there's so much tension, and there was. But all of a sudden, we just jumped to the physical. Like, there's still an hour and a half left of this audiobook, and I feel like when it comes to the romance, we're pretty much like solid. Like, they've been friends forever. They clearly have feelings for each other. They're, you know, acting on those feelings. I don't know, but I'm disappointed because I really wanted this to go a little bit longer. I really love slow burns because I just feel like with this plot of the character finding out that she might be queer, and now they're starting to feel this like really big attraction, and there's so much tension in every like little small thing, like a little touch or just a little like act of service. They get all these butterflies, and it's just like so cute to see. All of a sudden we just jumped to the physical, and I don't love that. So that's disappointing. I was really enjoying it. I'm still liking it because I think it's funny. I like the characters, but I just wish we would have made the romance last a little bit longer. But anyway, I'm going to continue putting my reviews here. So I'm doing my November reviews for the books that I read, and I usually put like the cover, and then I write my rating, the genre, the series, if it like belongs to a series, the number of pages, the format that I read the book, then the day I started and the day I finished, and then I just write a review. It's usually the same thing that I write on Goodreads, but when I really love a book, I like to do like a full page for a review and then a full page for a vision board. So this one I'm not gonna write today because I really want to write like a good review for this book and actually like focus on putting all my thoughts down on this book. So this one I'm not gonna do today. For example, here I already did it. I actually forgot to print Mate's cover, so the next time I do a reading journal, I'll just print it. And also I have this page blank next to my October reads, like right at the end of my October reviews, because I don't know if I want to do like a 10 before the end spread right here, or if I want to like just do like a Halloween vision board, just because these were the books that I read around Halloween, so I thought that could be fun. And then the next page is still blank. I'm gonna do that next, but I just wanted to write all my reviews down first. This is gonna be my November cover, and then my November TBR goes here, and then this is the page that I'm doing right now, which is my reviews. So I'm gonna keep writing it down. And for example, for this one, since I really loved If It Makes You Happy, I left this whole page just to write about that book, and then I left this page so that I could do like a vision board. I don't have as much to say about this one as I have Hungerstone. I think Hungerstone might be, I don't know if it is my favorite book of the year, but it's definitely at the top. That one I really just want to write like a big review. This one is just because I really wanted to put the vision board next to it, so that's why I left so much space. And then here I have the last book that I read during November, and since I also have this page blank, I might actually do my 10 before the end right here, and then in the other one I'll do like a Halloween collage. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna continue to write my reviews. This is like the most boring part about doing a reading journal, because I just get tired of writing for so long, but I really like having these reviews here, because eventually I want to have all of my reading journals also on my bookshelf, and I think it'll be really fun to just like one day in a few years, hopefully I'll be doing this for a long time, even if it is like a more simple version of this. I just love having somewhere where I've been logging all my reads and where I can see like a quick short review of what I felt like reading the book. I've actually been slacking on putting my reviews on Goodreads. I must have spent like an hour yesterday just writing reviews on Goodreads because I was, I don't know, like 2 months late, and I just realized how much harder it is for me to have like a clear picture of what I thought of the book when I didn't write a review. Like, it doesn't need to be on the same day, but like in the next few days, just writing it down, it makes the book like stay better on my mind. And when I need to like refresh on what I liked, what I didn't like, whatever it might be, I can just read that review and it feels like all of the details come back to me. So when I was updating my Goodreads yesterday and just putting the reviews, the ones that I had read like a long time ago, I could like literally feel how much harder it was to remember a few details to put on the review, and I hated that. So I'm not slacking on my reviews ever again. I like to do them right away. Like, you don't need to decide on the rating, but for my thoughts on what I liked and what I didn't like, I feel like writing a review with those details right away just makes it like cement better in my brain. But yeah, I would definitely advise like writing a short review for your books on your reading journal. I know a lot of people just put pictures, and that's cute and that's like easier to do for sure, but I feel like when it comes to looking back on your reading journal in a few years, you're gonna like the fact that you wrote like a small review and you know what you liked exactly. Did she just say wow? I always forget how funny it is to hear the spicy scenes, especially when you're using headphones. It's like, it's right here. Honestly, sometimes when a book has a lot of spice, I rather listen to it than read it, because when I read it, I feel like it's more cringy. But when I'm listening to it, it just makes me giggle. Like, I just think it's funny, especially when the actors are very into it and just like really acting it out. And sometimes I even show my friends, I'm like, you need to listen to this. I remember when I was listening to Lights Out, because everyone was saying the audiobook was so good and whatever, I had never read a dark romance in my life. And that's like a dark romantic comedy. I just remember driving around and just being like, and just laughing, because it was just like too much. But I feel like if I had read it, I would have just been like, ugh, I'm kind of sick of this. Like, let's get going. I feel like reading it is more cringy. It feels like you're listening to your friends give a lot of details about. It feels like we're having girl talk in a way. Yeah, anyway, let's keep going, I guess. With the romance not being as much of a slow burn as I usually like, the fact that they are childhood friends does make it a little better because I just feel like they already have that connection. You can just feel how much they already know each other and how much they have already shared, so that does make this less insufferable for me because I really don't like insta love. I hate insta love in books. I just wish we could have built up the tension for a bit longer. I didn't say, but Claire has ADHD and Evan has autism, so there's a lot of neurodivergency talk in this book, and it's actually pretty refreshing. I really like it. Like, it's the moaning in my ear that really gets me. I made a whole page for arcs this year because I had a few that I wanted to read, and then I literally didn't read any of the arcs that I got on NetGalley. So I deleted my account because on NetGalley, like, a big factor for you being approved for books is your feedback ratio. So it's like the books that you gave actual feedback about and the books that you got accepted, and I read none of them. So my feedback ratio was 0, and I honestly don't really have much interest in reading those, so I just deleted my account, and now I created a new one, and I only have 2 so far, and it's the one that I'm reading right now that I'm really liking. And I also got approved for the new Annabelle Monaghan book that's coming out in 2026, and she's like one of my favorite authors. It was surreal when I got that email. I was so excited. I'm not gonna read that this year, but I guess we're gonna have at least one arc here when I finish reading that one, so it won't be a total waste. But this page just looks so stupid like that. I also haven't completed my bucket list challenge. I still, for some reason, I feel like I haven't read like a full pink cover for like the whole year, which is so strange because I love pink, but I guess I haven't read a pink book. I also didn't do a reread. I really wanted to reread one of my books, but I haven't done that yet, and I don't think I'm going to. The book I wanted to reread was Normal People because I read it like in the beginning of my reading journey when I started to get back into reading, and I thought it was gonna be a romance. So you can imagine my shock when nothing was going on. Why are these people like not communicating? Why is it so frustrating? So I really want to reread it because I think now I'm really gonna like it because I like those types of books now. But back then I just really wanted like a fast-paced, plot-driven book. I also haven't read anything that's over 700 pages. I do want to read A Little Life next year. I wanted to read it this year, and that's why I put this one here because I really thought I was going to. I have to read A Little Life. I'm sick of not having read that one. A book I've been avoiding, this one I think I'm going to complete this month because I have a fun reading vlog planned. Another one that I have not finished is a Japanese author. I don't know why I needed to put like such a specific nationality. I think it was because I had like 1 or 2 Japanese authors books in my shelves. I didn't even put like a Portuguese author, which is the country I'm from, so like I don't know, it just feels random. I haven't filled out litfic for some reason, but I have read a litfic this year, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why that one isn't filled out. I think I'm gonna fill it out right now. Let me look at my genre tracker, but I think I did. Okay, so I definitely did. I read more than one actually. I just use like basic highlighters for this one because they don't bleed through. I buy my journals with 160 GSM, but it just means like the thickness of the paper. So I buy 160. So I would definitely advise you to get the same one because when I think my previous one was 100 GSM or something like that, and it was very thin, and even with just like highlighters it would bleed through. I would hate that it like appeared on the next page, but it's sad because I also have the alcohol markers that you use for like coloring books and stuff like that, but those ones still bleed through. I have a lot of colors. I really wish I could use those, but unfortunately I can't. Okay, so we have 5 left. Am I gonna complete it? I really doubt it. I just want to focus on doing my November cover. I was thinking about doing like a drawing and drawing something cute. But I think I'm actually gonna go for like a collage style kind of cover. I don't feel like sitting here for like almost 2 hours and drawing something, because I am a perfectionist and I will draw it in pencil, erase, and redo it until I'm satisfied. And it's too much for now. Like, it's, oh my god, it's 11 p.m. I'm not drawing. We're gonna find cute scrapbook paper on Pinterest. We're gonna print it out and we're gonna do a cute collage for November and call it a day, because I want to go do my skincare and read in bed. She woke up from her nap. What's going on? She talks to me too. What's going on? That's so cute. Oh, I love her. Okay, I need to shut up and just do my reading journal and listen to the audiobook. So I'll be back when I'm actually assembling the November page. I actually really like how this turned out. I feel like it looks pretty cute and it took me no time. I have done that to my camera already 3 times today. Anyway, I'm gonna print the photos and then I'll be back. I think I'm also gonna do my 10 before the end spread. I'm gonna do something like this. Also, I really didn't read much of my whole TBR. In the beginning, I really thought I was gonna read a lot, and so far, I think I've only read like half. I still want to read some books from here, so we'll see. I'm sorry, but the narrators are doing a little too much. Like, the voices. I was expecting some spice, but the narrators are just doing a little too much. This is gonna be my 10 before the end spread. I also have like 20 minutes left of the book, so this is kind of perfect. And then I think I'm gonna do my December reading journal in another vlog, but today is not gonna be the day. It's already midnight. I just want to finish this. Okay, so I definitely made the covers way too big for the space that I actually have, and like putting the like title kind of like in the center looks cute, but it makes it not fit. Okay, I'm just gonna cut them a little bit and who cares. And I'm gonna check off a few of them. So I have already read If It Makes You Happy and Frankenstein. Those are the only ones I have read yet, so not going well. Okay, so the November TBR is done. I only read Frankenstein, If It Makes You Happy, and Nocticadia. I didn't get to Fable and Slewfoot. That's gonna be it for today, because I am tired of doing this and it's starting to look bad. When I do this for too long, it starts to look bad. We have finished the reading journal and I've also finished the audiobook, so this was perfect. I truly don't know how it takes me so long to do my reading journal. I spent like, what, 4 hours doing this, and I did not that much. I have terrible time management skills, to be honest, so I still have a few pages that I need to do that I'll do in the next few days. And my December spread, I think I might try to do it also in another vlog. And so now about the book that I was listening to, Set the Record Straight. I came here at the middle of that book saying that they got together very quickly and I wish it was a little bit more of a slow burn, and I still agree with that. But when I was at that point of the book, I was kind of scared that just those annoying like conflicts that authors like to put towards the end of the book just to prolong it. So I was like, what are we gonna get into now? We still have half of the book left. But it actually started becoming a story about being queer and not being accepted by your family, how that feels during the holidays when everyone is going back home and you can't because your family doesn't accept you. And I think it was very heartwarming to see Clara's family accepting Evan. And I also liked that Evan's family didn't accept her by the end of the book. You know, I like that the author didn't just simply solve that issue. That's such a big issue with queer people. I think it was good to see the struggle and all the pain that it causes Evan to not be able to go back to her family. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think it started to become more than just a romance. I think it was cute to see them develop an actual like relationship throughout time and just see them supporting each other other, especially when it came to the holiday time. So I was really liking it at the beginning. At the middle, I was like, not liking it as much. I take back what I said. There's no tension. And then it started becoming a very heartwarming story about two women in love and facing the struggles that society put onto them. I do feel that we could have still like achieved like that solid relationship, and just waiting a little bit more on the relationship side, just letting tension build a little bit more. I understand that it's a novella and it's like 150 pages or something like that, but I still feel like we could have taken it a little bit slower. I think for a novella it's a 4-star. Just thinking about other novellas that I've read, I would say that this one has a little bit more substance. Can you hear my cat? I think for a novella it was pretty good. I think it's very hard for a novella to be 5 stars and to just like, you know, have that impact. It's a good novella if you're looking for a Christmas novella, if you're looking for more sapphic romances, because there's not enough in our mainstream media, in book talk, whatever. There's not enough sapphic romances going around. I would check it out. But that's all I have for you today. Now I'm gonna go do my skincare and I'm gonna read. Why is this on? But now I'm gonna do my skincare and I'm gonna lay in bed reading my arc for girls our age. You should also save this on your Goodreads or Fable, whatever, because so far I've been really liking this and it's a debut novel. I hope you enjoyed our evening together and I hope I'll see you in the next one.